Welcome back to Lariat TV News. This week we're showing you how sleeping bags and a football field supported veterans. I'm Danica Young.
And I'm Claire Goodyear. We'll get into that story and a struggling Baylor football team, but first, music worth remembering. The pre-health organization Music in Memory gathers for performances their patients might not remember, but we won't forget. Macy Krause brings the music to you.
Monthly performances to touch the lives of memory care patients. Today, that's where you'll find students and those affected with Alzheimer's gathered for something they share. The love for music. Music in Memory familiarizes patients with well-known songs.
When you start to play the song, their faces light up, they smile, they start singing along, and it's just kind of beautiful to get to see that transformation, that special connection that we have with music.
The organization doesn't just open its arms for pre-health students, they encourage anyone who has a passion for music.
All of us just seem to have this very strong passion for serving our community, for doing and learning about what Alzheimer's is and how we can support people who suffer with Alzheimer's and such. So I think just having that common passion, that common, sort of just desire to want to learn more and to support the community is what really makes this organization so powerful and what our mission is and our values and such.
At Living Springs Village, pre-health students provide something residents might not remember, but we won't forget. An opportunity to practice their skills through real-life connection.
I don't know of any other organization on campus that kind of brings the art of service and music into one location, and the great thing about Music in Memory is that we do that, and we allow a space for our members to see the power of music and what it can really do when you're serving another population.
To get involved, visit their Instagram, Music in Memory. For Lariat TV News, I'm Macy Krause.
A construction site on north end of campus is digging up some frustration. Abby Ferguson tells you more.
If you walk past U House and Texana, you might run into this massive hole, and students are wondering what it is and when it will be fixed.
On August 12th, a Waco water line burst, flooding the bottom of Rogers Engineering Building. Since that break, students are now able to attend classes in the engineering building, but 7 weeks later, a hole still remains between University House and Texana, leaving students confused.
Honestly, as a resident here, it makes me worried if this is a hazard and when we'll be able to fix it.
The City of Waco Utilities said it was only responsible for fixing the water line burst, but it is now Baylor Facilities' responsibility to make any final repairs and fill in the hole. Residents have reported that they have not seen any construction on the hole in over 6 weeks.
When we went out and repaired our part, the next thing that happens is Baylor has to repair their part, and then we'll work together to kind of clean up that site.
Students are concerned about the accessibility issues that the hole presents because the site has fenced-off sidewalks, blocking connection between residence hall entrances.
Well, the mobility issues is the most important thing that we have a problem with, and accessibility is non-existent anymore.
If any students are faced with mobility issues due to the hole, the OLA office said to contact them. Baylor Facilities told LTVN that they are waiting on a manufacturer to finish a necessary part before construction can continue, but a time frame is currently unknown. For Lariat TV News, I'm Abby Ferguson.
I'm sure most students would love the opportunity to get up close and personal with Baylor's new Cubs, Belle and Indy. The Lariat was given the opportunity, and of course we took it. It's a little different, but come with us to meet the Cubs.
Being a bear at Baylor is like winning the lottery. You get to all the food you want, you get fresh fish on a daily basis, you get fruit, you get vegetables, you get nuts hidden for you, you get toys, endless amount of support and care. So we'd like to think of them winning the lottery when they got to come live here at Baylor. With the coming of Indy and Belle, our whole campus has just been electrified with excitement. They have vibrant personalities. Lots of people think they could just cuddle them like dogs, but they are still bear cubs. And so they are particularly curious and destructive, and they love having fun. They love wrestling with each other. They love exploring. Anything is a toy right now. So a leaf, a stick, a ball, a baby bottle, anything is a toy. They love just trying out new things. Bears love to be stimulated mentally, physically, and so any of that's really good. Hiding treats for them, hiding toys, getting to meet new people, as long as it's controlled and safe, is really healthy enrichment. We're an AZA accredited facility, which means we're committed to the highest standard of care for these black bear cubs. I think it's bringing a really beautiful hope to campus and a reminder of how important caring for God's creation is.
Okay. Hi. Hi there. Hi, buddy.
First responders came together on campus informing students about ways they can stay safe in situations they may find themselves in. Sikkim for Safety was held Wednesday, hosting police officers, veterans, and firefighters. Open to all students with games, food, and prizes, this event aims to encompass both the spirit of Baylor and public safety.
Sikkim for Safety is about safety. Sikkim, obviously, we're here for Baylor Bears, but safety is about safety. So we have different municipalities, police departments to talk to us about safety. From fire, county sheriffs, Waco Police Department, obviously Baylor Police Department, we're all about safety.
This event continued even after the sun went down, ending with a fiery presentation. First responders created a mock dorm room fire. Extinguishing the flames was an educational journey illustrating safety precautions for an out-of-control situation. Captain Eric Reiser walked students through the course of the flames.
Most often it will flash over in under 4 minutes. So it will go from a small flame in the wastebasket to the room being not survivable in under 4 minutes. It's a good way to illustrate how quickly a fire can become out of control unless measures are taken. Being able to see that this can go bad that quickly, I think it's very eye-opening.
With the help of their professor, one group broke a world record right here in Waco and helped veterans along the way. LTVN's Danica Young has the story.
I've not broken a world record until this.
I have not either. This is my first. Yeah.
Professor Magnuson and his class broke the world record for creating the longest line of sleeping bags. But that's not all they did.
Seems maybe a little odd, like lining up sleeping bags, but it was purposeful. Like there was like a reason, which was, as Kevin said, that we wanted to help veterans. And how can we help veterans in a way? And breaking a world record brings attention to it. It gets people interested.
Right here in McLean Stadium, a Baylor group lined up 1,203 sleeping bags. Each one of those bags had a very special purpose.
Sleeping bags were really used as a catalyst to just get education out there that this is still a problem, that these veterans still need our support and need to know that they're valued in our community.
The donated sleeping bags have now been dispersed all around Texas and given to half of the 2,000 homeless veterans in need. The group sent out their last box this week.
Breaking the record is awesome. I'm excited to have broken the record. But it was really about, like, the whole point was to how can we connect with a homeless veteran, right? We needed like a reason, and it's like, oh, hey, we have a bag. Hey, we know, it's getting colder. It's going to be, the fall's coming.
Professor Magnuson and his class plan to continue developing fundraisers to serve the Waco community and Texas. For Lariat TV News, I'm Danica Young.
Dogs and puppies took over part of campus in the name of charity.
And we find out if freshmen are excited for Baylor football. Next.
Let there be light. Let there be roommates and teammates and strangers who become family. Let there be marching and cheering. Let there be challenging courses and time to share. Scholarship and championships. Let there be groundbreaking and soul-searching. Let there be laughter. Let there be joy. Let there be light.
It's not often students think about death, but Caitlin Sides found one class that focuses on it all semester. Here's the story.
Death and Dying has been a course offered at Baylor for the last 6 years, but many students may not know about the class. The class talks about what comes after death and doing your obituary, and also provides a funeral home and cemetery tour. But for some students, this may be the first time they have ever thought about death.
We've experienced the last 2 years lots of young people passing. So people are coming and attending services that have never had that experience, and they don't know what to wear, say, or act.
With Death and Dying being offered to public health students, it helps them realize that one day they will have to come to terms with death, as is a big part of their profession. Dr. Klimpnauer, the instructor of the class, says he believes the class is beneficial for all students to take.
I never even had a thought about this stuff before, before this class. And it kind of prepares me for different views on life.
Since 2005, Klempnauer has been a hospice chaplain and truly feels he gets a break from the heavy life he lives when he is able to teach the class.
So I do that, that's full time. And so for me to get away for a couple of hours off the field and come to Baylor and do my 2 sections on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's just a little break, and then right back out and do what the good Lord's called me to do.
For some students, they have never thought about death, but for Klempnauer, it consumes his everyday life.
Now it's those young adults in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s with breast cancer or a terminal disease and so forth, and that's hard.
From the class, students learn that there is so much more than just the title to the class, and by the end, see the growth that makes them prepared for going into pre-med. For Lariat TV News, I'm Caitlin Sides.
To look at the small things, Baylor went big. The BSB has a new and expensive addition, an $8 million microscope. The Baylor Center for Microscopy and Imaging introduced the transmission electron microscope back in August. Acquiring the microscope has been in the works since 2014. Directed by Dr. Bernd Zeckman, graduate students have begun to be trained on how to use the microscope's capabilities, and he looks forward to seeing how the instrument will promote collaboration amongst faculty and other institutions.
So this transmission electron microscope has a tremendous impact in Baylor research. On the one side, it's a state-of-the-art instrument, so you can perform state-of-the-art research with this instrument, and it will lead to groundbreaking discoveries.
As an R1 university, research has become increasingly important at Baylor, and the TEM is an example of how advanced instruments continue to support student research.
Baylor Missions might just have the perfect opportunity for you to serve the local and global community. All you have to do is find out. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m., Baylor Missions holds an interest meeting in the Bobo Spiritual Life Center, informing students of the trips they can take during spring break, winter, or summer. These opportunities aim to push students out of their comfort zone and help them use their strengths to empower and serve communities that need it most.
Missions is just a great way for students to get involved in organizations that we've partnered with across the world. We also like to make sure that our trips are useful for the students, right? So we try to make them either related to their major, maybe related to an organization they're involved in. So most of our trips are vocation-based.
Paw prints, sounds of barking, and laughter left evidence of Alpha Phi's philanthropy event last Friday. Hannah Joseph tells us the story.
From smiling faces to wagging tails, Bear Park was filled with Baylor students, alumni, and fuzzy friends on Friday.
Woofstock is Alpha Phi's big fall philanthropy event, and it basically is a dog adoption event, but with other fun activities. Because all the proceeds go to Women's Heart Health, which is Alpha Phi's philanthropy.
Working for a cause bigger than themselves, Alpha Phi hosted students to come enjoy food trucks, outdoor games, and to bring their furry companions.
Woofstock, a bunch of people bring their dogs. We have fuzzy friends coming. They're right in the corner. For dog adoptions, people can fill out applications. And we have a cutest dog contest going on right now with a bunch of members and just Baylor students' dogs, so you can vote. It's $1 per vote.
Every dollar sold was to help support Women's Heart Health.
It supports the Alpha Phi Foundation, which main priority is to support women's heart health and research in that.
To find out more information or donate, you can visit alphaphifoundation.org. For Lariat TV News, I'm Hannah Joseph.
The class of 27 is causing quite the uproar among upperclassmen regarding one of Baylor's most popular traditions. Claire Goodyear is on top of the controversy.
Since 1970, running the Baylor line has been a tradition for all freshmen, but this year it has sparked a debate between students.
To be honest, I'm a little frustrated and mad at our class because we need to put in more effort like the Baylor line should.
I think it's kind of disappointing that not a lot of freshmen want to run the line. If you don't do it this year, you're really missing out.
Not only freshmen are dissatisfied with the turnout for this iconic tradition.
That's a huge issue. If you're a freshman, you're not running the line, you're doing something wrong. It's like a big tradition at Baylor. I don't care if you think it's lame, like you're lame, you gotta run the line.
I completely support the upperclassmen because they were there too and they put in effort.
I did it as many times as I possibly could.
Even a Baylor chamber member can tell something has changed this year, along with why this change might be occurring.
I'm one of the head stand, center stand leaders, and
we hold back the line, get everybody happy. I can see the difference, definitely. Especially, I mean, it's a rougher season, so I can see the understanding of how people don't want to come out as much.
Although many students believe this is a pressing matter, others think differently.
I've seen all the backlash. I still think a huge number of people are showing out. Obviously, the hotter games have been less, but I don't really blame the freshmen for doing that. I think that the other grades slamming us for that is kind of like they do the same in our position, but we've had some pretty good turnouts. The first game and the Texas game were huge turnouts, and so I don't think there's much to complain about.
Both freshmen and upperclassmen urged the class of 27 to participate in the long-standing tradition.
We need to have more community in our stands.
Just run the line, dude. It's fun, and I've seen a lot of freshmen not do it this year. You guys got to stop doing that. It's not cool.
As this debate continues, so will the Baylor line, as well as the passion all students have for its tradition. For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Goodyear.
Baylor football is hitting the road and desperately needs a win, and club sports are thriving.
When we come back, Claire Marie brings you the latest in sports.
We were born to run. There's a spark in your heart and a fire that's in your eyes. For the hope that you know everything's gonna be alright. Living our best life, taking it all in stride. The light will be a guide. We were born to run. We were born to run.
Baylor football is hitting the road for the first time this season to take on UCF Saturday. The Bears are meeting the Knights in what will be their first of only 4 away games this year and UCF's first conference home game as a member of the Big 12. The first and last time the teams met was in the 2013 Fiesta Bowl, where UCF took a 52-42 win. Baylor is desperately looking to return the favor, currently sitting with a 1-3 record. After a loss to Texas and Waco, the Bears are hoping to shake off the disappointment and rally for a win.
You know, we got to flush all that negative stuff out. You know, we gotta come together as a unit, come together as a team, and that's really what we've been talking about. I mean, coming off this loss to Texas, you know, just coming together and committing to it. Right, we're in this together. You know.
This game is a sold-out one for UCF, as fans are eager to watch the Knights solidify themselves in a Power 5 conference. Kickoff is 2:30 Central. Baylor's first home conference game didn't go as planned. Texas controlled the game from the start and the Bears couldn't find their footing. Here's the recap.
Despite a sold-out McLean Stadium and student-led blackout, Baylor football couldn't manage to bring the energy, losing to Texas 38-6.
In the first Big 12 game of the season, the Bears couldn't manage to get a win, setting their record back to 1-3.
It's disappointing and it's frustrating. Guys are hurting, you know, we all are.
Frustrations from the team have been heightened due to lack of correlation from plays in practice to plays in games.
Just in practice, we need to make each other better. You know, we make too many plays in practice that doesn't translate here. So just pushing each other more and more and more, and hopefully the results will show.
There was a visible lack of energy within the team, showcased specifically after the Longhorns scored 3 dynamic touchdowns in the second quarter.
A big emphasis on energy, and I think we tried to have emphasis on that, and it kind of died.
When trying to solve the issue of energy, the team is hoping to self-reflect and not rely on outside forces.
No matter where we go, everybody has energy. Like, don't look for like music or don't look for like the crowd. Like, the crowd brought a lot of energy, but we got to find it within ourselves if we're going to be good.
Even though the output is not what Baylor wanted, Coach Aranda is using the loss to inspire the team to not give up.
Talking to the team, it was, hey, this either breaks us or this makes us, this moment right here. And so we can kind of say, hey, that performance is who we are, and all these things that are being said about us is who we are. Or we can say, you know, that's just what we did, we're working to get better, and we're going to push on through.
Next week, the Bears will be on the road for the first time this season, facing Central Florida, a newcomer in the conference. For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Marie Scott. Baylor soccer came home from Lawrence Thursday with a tie, holding Kansas to 0 goals, but scoring none of their own. Before that matchup, though, the team got beat by Texas Tech in Waco Sunday. For now, the team is still looking for that first conference win. Jara Cottingham brings you the action.
By the Lady Bears' last 3 soccer games against Texas, BYU, and Texas Tech,
they've surpassed a few of the conference's toughest teams. After today's Texas Tech loss, Coach Leonard knows these ladies are competition capable.
So we tested ourselves against the best in the conference. We see reality and kind of where we stand, and then there's been some glaring gaps that we've got to start to close the gap on.
Against teams like Tech, consistent scoring prevails by avoiding systematic goal kicks. The shots that don't seem clean to the eye, but make it in the end goal, will boost the Lady Bears. The team needed more involvement from the outside backs in the attack, switching the ball through midfield.
We lacked execution in the final third. The games could have been different in the first half, but our outside backs are still not getting as involved in the attack.
Coach Leonard looks forward to seeing her players step up and owning full 90-minute matches.
It's a team game, and we want our team to be committed to playing together as a team. We need some individuals to take a little bit more responsibility. You know, their leading goal scorers scored 2 goals in us. Their keeper made saves to keep them in it. And our players have to come up with those moments for us as well.
With reflection time and upcoming wins, these ladies will progress their game to potentially rematch Texas Tech at a future tournament. The team is growing and taking far strides together. For Lariat TV News, I'm Giera Cottingham.
In Waco, this club team may be the closest thing you can get to the beach, well, without the water. Baylor Sand Volleyball Club plays every week and anyone can show up. You don't need experience to have some fun in the sun, and that includes the tournaments coming up in the fall.
I joined when I had never touched a volleyball, and I'm now here as the president, so it really shows that it doesn't matter what your skill level is. We invite you here to come out and have fun. We're playing Queens right now. Playing teams of 3s in quick sessions, and then after that, we usually like to get together in random teams and we'll play each other to a certain score, and then we just keep doing that until we finish.
You can meet the club every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:15 p.m. on the Student Life Center's outdoor sand courts. Pickleball is America's fastest growing sport, and that is no exception here at Baylor. Earlier this month, Baylor welcomed the Pickleball Club to campus, and the organization held its first interest meeting earlier this week. Anyone from seasoned pickleball players to rookies was welcomed.
So we started the club about 2 weeks ago, and within a week and a half, we had 84 people sign up for the interest form, and about 45 show up to our first interest meeting, which I'm so excited and impressed by.
For more information on the Pickleball Club, check out their Instagram at Baylor Pickleball. Baylor offers 35 sports open to all students, and there are even more unofficial student-led ways to get involved and active. But that will do it here for sports. We'll be right back here next week with more on your favorite teams. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Claire Marie. That's going to close out Lariat TV News this week. As always, stick with the Lariat for the news you need to know.
We've got you covered on or off campus. We hope to see you again next time, but until we do, have a great week, and as always, Sic 'em Bears.